Hi, so today I'm going to be making another Fast and Simple card. This is my 8th card in this Fast and Simple card series. Now I just have this piece of cheap white cardstock that I'm going to be using today. I'm going to be using some distress inks and water, so if you have watercolor paper, that would be very good. Now I'm starting off with this chevron stamp from the My Mind's Eye Ginger Pictures. Now this is an acrylic stamp, so it's not going to give you the solid image that you might like, and it's not the best quality, not photopolymer like most stamps, so you might want to be a little bit careful about picking this. You can also use the chevron backdrops from Lawn Fawn. That one seems to be very popular and very good, so that could be a nice swap out. But if you're thinking about money wise, this is a lot cheaper, so this is really good. So now I'm using Peacock Feathers Distress Ink, and again with Distress Inks too, you don't have to worry about you're not going to get a perfect image. And especially with it being an acrylic stamp, that's even double that you're not going to get a perfect image. But as long as you're okay with that, then it's perfectly fine to use Distress Inks when stamping. I'm also going to be using Distress Ink in Dusty Concord, as well as Worn Lipstick. Worn Lipsticks are really nice pink. And you can see even on the acrylic stamps, you can see how the ink really pulls up on the stamp. That's what acrylic stamps usually do. So they don't get a really crisp image, but it is able to stamp at least though. So that's something that you can think about if you're thinking more about money wise, or if you're thinking about quality wise. Now also you're going to want to, I'm going to be using this with water, so because of that reason, that's why I'm using Distress Inks. If I wanted a perfect stamp, even though it is an acrylic stamp, I would probably use a pigment ink, maybe a Memento Lux or some kind of pigment ink. But this, I wanted to try it out with water and see how it worked. So I'm taking this is again Worn Lipstick. I'm just lining it up and stamping it down. And then I'm going to be taking some Perfect Pearls Mist. Now you can either buy the Perfect Pearls Mist, or you can see that I made my own. I just used some gold, I believe it's kiwi color. It's almost like a goldish greenish Perfect Pearls, and I just mixed it in with some water in the spray bottle a long time ago. And you can see there I'm just spritzing it on. Now it is going to have some little splotches of marks of where the Perfect Pearls, pulled up, and where it left little dewdrops like of ink, and then other places will just have where it's totally spread out. So as you can see there, I'm just soaking it definitely into that Perfect Pearls. You can see where it's pulled up, it has that little bit of goldy sheen to it. And then I'm just going to take it onto the side and just use my heat gun and heat set it. And then here I taken this Avery Elle Simply Hello die, and I cut it out of 2 layers of white cardstock, and I'm going to be doing the same thing, a little bit different technique though. I'm taking Peacock Feathers Distress Ink. This is again on my Ranger nonstick craft mat, and I'm taking out Worn Lipstick first, and that's the pink on the right. I'm just taking that, I'm just gonna make it as close as possible as I can to that blue without it overlapping, because I didn't want to get any ink onto my pink pad. It will not stay that way, it'll still be always pink. The only thing, it stains your ink pad, and I don't really like that look, so I'm making sure that I overlap the color with that purple, which is really dark, so you wouldn't be able to see it. So now I'm taking out again that Perfect Pearls Mist. I'm really giving it a good spray, and I'm taking this Hello die, which is 2 layers of white cardstock stuck together, and I'm really pushing it in there, and then I'm going to lift it up and then put it. You'll see here how it turns out, and it'll give that really nice watercolor. With Distress Inks, of course, they'll blend very, very well, and you can see there that's the finished product. Now I'm taking out this white card base, and I'm using just a sponge dauber. You can use the Tim Holtz Ink Essentials with Ranger, their sponge applicator as well, and as well as Jennifer McGuire showed in her recent video, they have the mini Distress Ink applicators now. That's pretty new. That's something that I'm going to be wanting to get in the future. I just haven't been able to get my hands on it yet. So I'm using Worn Lipstick and Peacock Feathers as again. These are just the Sukaneko Jumbo Sponge Dabbers. and I'm just using that on either side, and then again I'm going to blend it with the Dusty Concord. Now after this, I already had prepared, I already did my hello die. That die cut, I put it onto that chevron piece that we made, the chevron piece that we made. This is again the card base, so it's not going to be shown up very well. It's just going to be on the edges, it's going to show. So I'm not being too particular at where I'm placing the ink and how much blending I'm getting, just because it's mostly going to be on the edge is where I'm really concerned. Now also, again with I already adhered with glossy accents. I adhered my hello die cut to that chevron panel, and you'll be able to see that in a few seconds. And then I'm just going to adhere that chevron panel onto the card base, this card base. So as you can see there, I adhered it just like that. And you can see it gives that really nice watercolor look, and it gives a really nice shimmer to it, and it's a really nice look to a card, to a nice and simple card. So now I'm just going to show you it up a little bit more up close. You can see that really nice shimmer to it using that Perfect Prose mist, and it gives a little bit different look. Now I'm going to be using glossy accents, and this is what I use to glue my hello die cut down, because it has a really small point to it, so you're able to get the glue into very precise areas. The only thing, it does get clogged all the time because it's such a small opening. Now glossy accents can be used just like this, putting it over as a clear glossy coat. So that's what I did here. So thanks for watching this video, and please visit my blog for any other crafting needs if you want to see any of my other cards I made or any of my other crafting projects. So thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye!